Hi, everybody. It's Robin. I am doing a 5-minute flash training series this summer. Basically, I'm going to be going over some of the bigger ideas or questions about how to teach writing. And I'm going to do this in like a short 5-minute little blast here. And I'm actually going to turn on my timer here to see if I can get this whole thing done. Let me pause this. Okay, we're back. All right, I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes and see how we do here. Turn that on. Here we go. Can I do this? The question today is, how do I get students to actually want to write? And since I started my writing program, it's called the Structured Writers Workshop. And I created it because I learned so much from my editors when I got my children's books published that I learned a lot about motivation itself and what it takes to do a really big project, essentially. And I discovered that there were certain things about like the way the human brain works, the way that we work, the psychology behind things, and how to motivate people and how to motivate young people to do writing. And I found that we were kind of going at this in the wrong way of like, oh, well, if they could do better at writing, if they just had more graphic organizers, if they just had more sentence starters. And it's actually the opposite, meaning that the goal is for them to actually eventually not have any graphic organizer. And what I mean by that is that they would create their own graphic organizer so that they would be able to be like, oh, I know how to get my thoughts put together. I'm going to make a circle thing or a line thing or outline, whatever they want to do. But eventually, you want them to not need a graphic organizer from you. So anyway, back to how do we get them to want to write? And we have to make sure that first of all, we are teaching them writing and not assigning them writing, which are two different things. And that was the issue that I came up against with the like big box curriculum. It was like, okay, now we're going to move into this unit of argument writing. And here are the parts of an argument essay. Here is an example one. And now you do it. And that doesn't actually teach you all the little parts of how to get up to that big moment. That would be like just handing someone a really big, like beautiful, elaborate cake that's beautifully like decorated and then say, this is what we want you to make. Go for it. Please do. And not going back and breaking it down into like, even back to like, how does baking powder work? Like, I don't know. I am not a baker. But anyway, but how just like the basics. Back to like what makes a cake. So you kind of have to get back to the teaching part of it all, right? Which is to teach them the skills. However, to teach them the skills of writing, you do have to dig into like their desire to write is far more important than we probably have ever discussed. Like it is just a weird woo-woo like topic. But it is very hard to write when you don't want to. It's not something that kids will want to do naturally. So you have to set up situations where they start to get some confidence and stamina. And throughout this series, how am I doing on time? I got a minute and a half left. Throughout this series, I'm going to be talking a lot about the importance of confidence and stamina. Because before you start planning your lessons, planning your essays, planning your short constructed responses, all those things that you're going to do throughout the year, I would figure out what am I going to do first to build their confidence and build their stamina so that we can then move into the harder stuff. Because if you don't have those two things, it's all going to fall flat and you're going to have a lot of kids with like, I don't want to do this. And it's hard when I hear teachers say that they don't like to teach writing. Because I have learned that if you come at it from this angle of confidence and stamina, that the result is literally the exact opposite of kids who 100% of my students at the end of the year in the survey say writer's workshop was their favorite thing to do. Writing was their favorite thing to do. I think I had one kid who said that they felt like reading The Wizard of Oz was better than writing, but he even apologized for that. The book is really strange, by the way. We had a blast with it, but if you ever get a chance. Okay, so what I'm talking about though is like I do warm-ups with the kids every day. So it looks like this. And it's super important within that to start with sentence combining, like working on just sentence work every day. And I do let this be super boring and not fun because I give them the dessert and okay, thank you, timer. But that dessert is this really fun image. And you start working with them on how to do scene writing and that story writing, which I can get into more later. But, and when you start with a voice lesson, I'll do a whole video on like what to do that first week of school, because I want to really kind of dig into how to get that confidence and stamina built up so that you can then move into the next component of all of this, which is then starting to teach them the skills. And then we're going to start into those bigger paragraphs, those meatier paragraphs, and then into essays. So there's a certain order to all of this. And before we wrap up for this little 5-minute flash training, I did want to give you a heads up of where we are with the full year writing curriculum. If you are in need of one, we now have it ready for 3rd through 8th grade. I'm so excited. And I will put all the links below. And you can also take a free training if you want to start to go ahead and just dig deeper into all of this. If you're not familiar with the Structured Writers Workshop, you can take the crash course for free and then come back next week for our next 5-minute flash training. See you then.